Hi everyone, I'm Tanaz from Forever Conscious and this is your weekly energy forecast for the week of July 22nd. There is so much going on this week, I don't really know where to begin, but let's start with the biggest, boldest thing that's going on, and that is the July 27th eclipse, lunar eclipse. It's in the sign of Aquarius, it's a blood moon, which means it's a total eclipse, and it's also the longest eclipse of the century. So what does that mean? It means it's going to be intense. We're going to feel it. You know, this is something that won't go undetected. You will feel this. This lunar energy is going to be strong and transformative and life-changing. Now, that doesn't mean that all of that life-changing stuff is going to happen smack bang on the 27th. It activates that energy for us that will unfold according to your own, destiny, your own personal timing. Let me talk a little bit about this eclipse because it is so potent, and I have sort of received a lot of sort of intuitive downloads about this eclipse, and I really think it's going to be a special one. Some of the main points with this eclipse is that it's going on a deeper level, right? So eclipses, lunar eclipses, they're all about releasing. So typically we generally have an idea of what we need to release. Like, oh, I have that bad habit, or I still think about my ex-boyfriend, or whatever it is, right? There are things we know we have to release and let go of, and such bad habits and so on. This eclipse, though, is bypassing that. It's going deeper. It's going into the depths of our soul, into the karmic ties, the karmic baggage, the karmic lessons, past lives, soul stuff. This eclipse is activating us on a soul level to release and clear things that we might have brought into this life from previous lifetimes, from our childhood, from our past, things that are so deep that we have no conscious awareness of them. That is the level that this eclipse is operating on. This is about releasing and letting go and detoxifying and stirring our soul karma. We all chose to come to this planet. I really believe that we chose Earth. We chose Earth for a reason. We were drawn to coming to Earth for a reason. And that reason is going to be highlighted for you on this eclipse if you tune in, if you ask, if you go within. And that energy of that eclipse, which has already created that channel straight into the pit of your soul, it's there for you to access, and the information, the downloads, all of that is going to be much easier for you to gain access to and understand. So why am I here? Why is my soul on this planet? What have I come to learn? What have I come to do? All of that and anything that blocks you from that is what's going to be released and uncovered under this energy of the eclipse. So it's operating on a much deeper level. So how that may manifest, you may feel tired, you may feel a bit sluggish, you might feel irritable, emotional, you might feel super sensitive to the emotions of other people around you. In fact, even if you're not naturally empathic, you will be feeling your environment, you'll be feeling other people. And if you are empathic, wear a force field of energy around you, because this eclipse is definitely going to be heightening and increasing sensitivity. The reason for this is because that holds a clue as to why we are here. I have sort of received, and I really feel around this eclipse, our sensitivity to others is going to be so heightened because it is part of our purpose. It is part of why all of our souls chose to come to this earth. And it's also sort of connected to this idea that separation is an illusion. You know, a lot of sages and Zen monks and people who have had near-death experiences, they talk about the fact that separation is an illusion, that there's no you and me, that we're one, we're connected, we're all in this together. And part of having that sensitivity is about honoring that, remembering that, and then using it as part of our purpose and part of why we've come here to Earth. So I hope that kind of makes sense. I hope that's resonating with you. Basically, kind of what I'm trying to say is this eclipse is going to break down that illusion so we can feel more connected to other people. And through that connection to other people and that sensitivity to our fellow human, to fellow living things, we can tap into our purpose and our reason for being here with more ease and more understanding. And that is sort of what this eclipse on the deepest soul level is stirring within us. Now, of course, you may notice the common eclipse side effects, which is things letting go. There might be some sudden changes, things that you thought were going to happen may fall apart. These are all things that an eclipse can stir and bring up. But what I'm more interested in is what is happening on that deeper soul level, because it is standing out so strongly with this eclipse in particular. This is a sort of a different level of eclipse where it's really going to that pit of the soul. And if you can tune in there, you will also probably receive your own downloads, your own intuitive guidance, your own wisdom. It'll be a lot easier for you to access because of this increased sensitivity and the heightened intuition around this lunar eclipse. So you're probably already feeling this energy. It's going to intensify. We feel eclipses for usually about 2 weeks, sometimes a month, and then other times a year. It really depends on you, your energy, and where this eclipse is sort of hitting you in your own personal natal astrology chart. So we'll be feeling this for a while. We also have Mercury going retrograde on the 25th. Mars is also retrograde still and very, very active around this eclipse. So it might make you impulsive. It might make you feel frustrated. You might feel like lashing out or doing something that you don't normally do. So be aware of that. Be aware of that with the people around you, and try, and I know it's sort of so generic, but try and stay in your peace. Try and stay grounded and in your peace, because that will kind of help you navigate through these energies. We're all in this together. Me as well. I'm in the same boat as you. I have tapped in and tried to intuit the energies around this eclipse, but I'm sort of like you. Until the eclipse comes, we don't really know. We don't really know what it's going to stir, what it's going to activate, what it's going to bring. But trust and hold true that it is going to be for your highest growth and your highest destiny. And the other thing, or the final thing that I want to sort of touch on, is learning how to see our life through our third eye rather than our physical eyes. Our physical eyes are great. We need them. They're wonderful if you have them and they work for you. But we also have this third eye, right? And being able to see our life through that allows us to look at things with a different perspective. So when I tell you Mercury goes retrograde and you go, oh my God, or there's an eclipse and you say, oh my God, that is what our physical eyes, can trick us into seeing or feeling. But when we look through our third eye, we know that everything, every experience, every challenge, every retrograde, every eclipse is there to guide us, and it's there to help us grow, and it's there to help awaken and activate us so we can fulfill what it is that we need to do, and so we can be the best that we can. So I hope that was helpful. I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful eclipse. Be gentle and kind with yourself. Be gentle and kind with others. And I will see you next week. I am Tanaz from Forever Conscious. Thank you so much.